And we're back. It is a cloudy day in Tulsa today, surprisingly, because this weather just blew in. It was 70 degrees 1 minute and 28 degrees 20 minutes later. So everybody's kind of walking around going, hey, I'm not quite sure what happened. On this segment of Perspectives, I've got a lady by the name of Tami. Now, Tami, hang with me. I'm going to try to get through your last name, Loscony.
You got it. Perfect.
All right, we're there. And you're with the Midtown School of Performing Arts.
Yes, I am.
And when I read about it, I thought, or started to read about it, I thought, this is really cool. And then it started talking about teaching babies Beethoven, and I went, hold it, wait a minute. How do you teach a baby Beethoven?
Well, I don't know if it's as much as teaching them Beethoven in particular, but what we do is everybody is born with a music, ability to do music, ability to use music in their life. However, what's been proven is if you don't use it, you lose it. So our philosophy is if we start them young, our Bouncing Beethoven program is for basically birth to about 4 years old, with a caretaker, and we also go into preschools. But what we're doing is teaching them rhythms, teaching them listening to tones, all through play, and they have no idea that that's what they're learning. It's just all very fun and hands-on. So
what could be really scary if you have a child out playing whack-a-mole and they're doing it with a precise rhythm?
Absolutely.
That would just cause me to go to the car early.
I've had some really unique experiences with, lots of children over the 21 years I've been doing this, but in particular with Down syndrome and autistic children.
No kidding.
And yes, and it really helps bring them out of their shells and gives them something to focus on. And I remember one story, and actually Taylor is now 18 years old, but her first words were our tonal patterns. I would do tonal patterns with the children, and then they would repeat them back to me. And she never would do it in class. And when she was probably about 2 or 3, her mom called me crying. And I'm like, what's wrong? What's wrong? She's like, Taylor just did her tonal patterns back to me. So that's
explain what you're talking about, because there are some folks who are not going to understand this.
Well, a tonal pattern basically is if we've just done a song, let's say like Mary Had a Little Lamb, and then, Mary had a little lamb, then we would do a tonal pattern after that. It would be bum, 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 whatever the tones are in the song. Mm-hmm. And they would sing back to me, bum, bum, bum. So those are our tonal patterns. And then we also do rhythm patterns. So whatever song we were singing, we would do, if I did a rhythm pattern on my lap, it might be, ba, bum, 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 bum. So then they would repeat, bum, 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 bum. So that's kind of what we do with the littles.
So it's both pitch and musical pattern.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You're born with the music aptitude. We all are. But if you don't use it, you lose it.
You also talk about musical theater.
Yes.
How does that work for the very young?
Well, on our music theater, we start at age 5 and we go up from there. Mm-hmm. The littles really can't do it because they're too little. But by age 5, if they're reading a little bit, then music theater is an opportunity to give kids to be out on a stage, to also sing, dance, have a solo, be a part of a group, learn what it is like to be a part of an ensemble. And again, all through fun. I mean, they have a great time and everybody gets to be a star. So,
they're going to be, well, I'm not telling you anything you don't already know, but they're going to be children that once they hear applause for the first time, and once they realize it's directed at them, they're going to say, hey, I like this.
Yes, absolutely. And we have had camps in the past too, where, we might have some kids that are just a little shy and don't want to be on stage, but they want to be a part of the production. Sure. Mm-hmm. So we will do something called Backstage. And those kids, they create the sets. They help with costuming. They do set direction. So they're a part of the whole musical that we're doing, but they don't have to be in the spotlight, but they still get.
Do you get, I'm sorry for interrupting, but do you have the opportunity to get into musical instruments at all?
Well, we have our private lessons that we do. And so from age 5 and up, all the way to adults, we have several adult students as well. Mm-hmm. And we teach everything from piano, drums, guitar, ukulele, harmonica, violin, you name it. We probably have teachers that can teach it. So we do that. And then a lot of the times we'll take our most seasoned students and we'll put them in something called Rock 101. And in Rock 101, they learn how to be part of an ensemble and play as part of an ensemble.
You know, I'm sitting here thinking about a mother has a child that's involved in your program, mm-hmm. and that child interest is in drums. Uh-huh. And a guest comes in to visit with the mother, and all of a sudden the child is over the going with a set of drumsticks going paradiddle, flam tap, double stroke roll, and the guest goes, whoa, can you get your son to do that again, because he's only 6.
Yeah,
that's got to happen from time to time.
It does, and it's what I love about it is to see, like, music is a gift to us, and nobody can take that gift away. Like, no matter where you are in your life or the stresses you're going through, music helps all through those stresses. Whether you're listening,
we learned that about even combat.
Exactly. So my whole purpose behind starting MSPA is what we call it, Midtown School of Performing Arts is MSPA. My whole purpose behind it was to reach kids and give them the joy of music, so that no matter where they go in their life, if they're playing a drum or the piano, or they just learn to appreciate music to where they can use it to relax or use them to help focus. That was our goal when setting the whole thing up. So we have definitely done that. I've seen it. I've seen the kids grow, and that's what's so rewarding.
I had a friend once that that had perfect pitch. Mm-hmm. And my wife and I used to try to throw her every now and then. We'd hit, take a pen and hit something and say, what was that tone? And, oh, that was a G flat. Uh-huh. What? It was. You could match it on the piano. Yes. Now, that was a natural talent that she had.
Yes.
But you also teach perfect pitch, do you not?
Well, I don't. Some of my teachers might, but honestly, perfect pitch to me is something that's a natural given. I've had several friends that have had perfect pitch. I do not have perfect pitch. Singing next to somebody who does is a little intimidating. Because I'm a vocalist. And I know that if there's a wrong note hit, it's probably me, not them. But
you and I are kindred spirits,
yes.
That?
Yes. I think that you probably could teach it. It just would be, you just have to learn to have an ear for it. And I mean, the longer that I sing and the longer that I'm in choirs and whatever, I can hear that a note may be off. But I could not tell you if it was a C or a G or anything like that. So I think that's a lot of natural given talent on that. I do think you can teach it. I don't know how to teach it because I can't do it. So. It's
an amazing ability.
It is.
If one has it.
It absolutely
it's
is.
Striking to be around someone who has. Let's say there's somebody out there with a child. They'd like to see that child involved in this program. What do they do?
Well, they can look us up on our website, which is mspatulsa.com, or they can email us. They could absolutely email me at tloscony@mspatulsa.com, and we could get them all hooked up. And we can show them, we are actually getting ready to expand into Owasso with our Bouncing Beethoven program. So soon the Owasso moms and up here near Claremore and can bring their kids to us, and we'll do our little program with them.
Do you ever have recitals?
We do. We have 2 a year. We have one in December, but that's more of our formal one. And then we do a spring one, usually in May. And we have matching t-shirts that we give them, and it's just a much more casual kind of feel.
How long has this been in operation?
21 years.
My goodness. Well, then you've got enough under your belt to be able to point with some certainty to the results, do you not? I mean, children that have gone on to play in, I don't know, symphonies or bands or...
We have a lot of kids that have either gone to, well, they get very involved in high school. We usually lose them about high school. They usually are with us through about the 8th grade, and then they're kind of too cool for school and go on into high school. But we've had many of our students that go on to major in music. I've had some that I've got one now that is getting ready to graduate from OCU from the film school there. And so all of that, I've told all of them as they graduate. Now, when you accept your Tony or your Oscar or any of that, say it all started with Midtown School of Performing Arts in Tulsa,
Tami,
Oklahoma.
I hate to do this to you, but we're all out of time.
Oh, no worries.
Thank you for taking time to visit with us, and maybe we can talk again down the road. All right?
Sounds great, Sam. Thank you so much for having me.
We'll talk to you. We're out of time, folks, and we will see you next time.